Coming up on this edition of the TCC Report, Tallahassee Community College remains one of America's top associate degree producers, earning strong remarks from Community College Week.
TCC's athletic department makes history in the NBA with former Eagle Bernard James. We'll tell you how.
And we'll take a look inside a few of TCC's top summer programs. Stay tuned. The TCC Report starts right now. Welcome back to the TCC Report. I'm John Schultz.
And I'm Eva Nielsen Parks. We'll showcase all that and more in this episode. But first, we welcome you to TCC's Fine and Performing Arts Center, home to Theater TCC, TCC's art gallery, which hosts 6 to 7 exhibits per year. The Hearst Gallery, home to our permanent art collection, the Honors Program, Testing Center, and Center for Teaching, Learning, and Leadership. Also located in this building is Turner Auditorium, where graduation was held for this year's adult education program. Let's take a look.
Life is a journey. As long as you got breath in your body, your journey continues.
I'm excited, you excited, he excited, everybody.
I'm very excited. It's a great opportunity to be here, and I thank my family and of course God, because I'm here for them.
Be more excited to be a teacher.
This means everything to me. It took me 17 years to get back in school, and it means a lot. It means I get to start my business, I get to stabilize my family a little bit better, and it's just like, I did it.
We are so excited because we have many students who have accomplished their academic goal of getting their high school diploma, and they're thinking about going on to post-secondary education. But we're very excited because we've been working with them all year, and they are truly ready to walk across the stage and get that high school diploma.
In January, I enrolled in TCC, Business Management, so I'm looking forward to getting my AA.
I was thrilled to learn tonight that almost half of these men and women who got their GED tonight are actually enrolled in credit classes here at the college this next semester. They're excited, they're pumped up, they see their future, and their future is bright.
Being out here at TCC in a college-based atmosphere, it gave me the push and the extra initiative to just go for it and just act like you're actually a real college student, Quita. You know, you are, so here I am.
Earlier this year, TCC's District Board of Trustees approved a budget that includes no increase on tuition for the fall 2012 semester. Shortly after, TCC President Jim Murdaugh testified before the U.S. Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee, also known as HELP, on college affordability and TCC's efforts in promoting student success.
We believe the result of our efforts in terms of academic efficiencies is that our students earn their degrees in a relatively timely manner. Among two-year public institutions nationwide, our graduation rate within 3 years is 10% higher than the national average.
Tallahassee Community College is one of the most affordable institutions of higher education in the country. In fact, in 2011, our net price, including fees, was 36% lower than the national average for two-year public institutions. To hear more of President Murdaugh's testimony at the U.S. Senate's HELP Committee, visit the committee's website. TCC is not only affordable, but remains one of America's top associate degree producers.
That's right, John. That's according to Community College Week's annual report on degrees and certificates awarded at community colleges across the nation. In the 2012 report, based on the previous academic year, TCC earned a national ranking in 6 different categories, including 9th among two-year institutions in the total number of associate degrees awarded, granting 2,872 degrees last year.
It's just refreshing and gratifying to know that our hard work comes to good ends. But I think the most important thing for me is that we're being benchmarked against the national standards.
TCC ranked in the following categories: 4th in Associate in Arts degrees, 6th in awarding associate degrees to African American students, 13th in awarding degrees in EMT, respiratory care, radiation therapist, and ultrasound technician, 16th in awarding associate degrees to non-minority students, and 24th in awarding associate degrees to all minority categories.
There's no group left behind. That we rank well in terms of our AA degrees, our associate in science degrees, in different minority groups, graduating at high rates. So that's what's important to me, is that we're meeting all of those needs.
Provost Sloan says TCC is continuing to revise and update all of the work the college is doing in order to graduate even more students.
Now, in addition to receiving recognition from Community College Week, TCC was also the proud recipient of the Walmart Press for Completion grant. The college was one of 2 colleges in Florida to receive that honor. Achieving the Dream is a national nonprofit that is dedicated to helping more community college students, particularly low-income students and students of color, stay in school and earn a college certificate or degree.
So what this will really allow us to do is to heavily involve faculty and adjunct faculty. And of course many of our students are taught by adjunct faculty, and really bring together the expertise of the college to really try to help improve the success in mathematics for all students, but to close that gap.
To learn more about the grant, visit achievingthedream.org.
Over the past 5 years, Tallahassee Community College has partnered with Tianjin Foreign Studies University through faculty exchange and study abroad programs. TCC professor Lee Kitchen recently returned from China, where he helped students develop business plans for Florida products. 130 students from TFSU's business school in China were divided into 20 teams. 10 teams prepared plans for importing Florida grapefruit into China, and the other teams prepared plans for increasing tourism along the Emerald Coast of Florida.
Most Chinese never heard of Emerald Coast, Fort Walton, Destin, Sandestin, Pensacola, Panama City. So they had to do a lot of research.
Students had to develop unique professional business plans that included marketing, detailed projections, and financial information.
They created an elevator speech. In 5 minutes, they had to get investors to convince investors to invest in their business. And at the end, we gave them all a certificate. It was a certificate program from TCC signed by Dr. Sloan and my dean, Kate Stewart. And then we gave medals, gold medals or gold medals with ribbons.
Kitchen says he hopes that students from throughout Florida will join him on his visit to China next year.
China is not going away. They're going to continue to grow. So for our students, they need to understand that China's the #2 economy. They're going to get even stronger. And in order to do business, either to sell for them, they may be selling to them, or they may be working for them, they really need to understand the environment.
At the end of the 6-week trip, Professor Kitchen was made an honorary professor of the International Business School of Tianjin Foreign Studies University for bringing new business techniques to China and for his creative teaching to over 350 students during his 5 years as a visiting professor.
Staying with the topic of China, in our last report, we promised an update from our students who traveled to Kaohsiung, Taiwan this summer to teach English. As in years past, the trip proved to be as beneficial for the student teachers traveling from TCC as it was for the students in Taiwan. On June 28th, 6 students from TCC and Flagler College prepared a 4-week teaching curriculum for their students. The topics included American culture, international travel, careers, professionalism, and more. Students say the experience was incredible and was more than they expected. Frank Vasconcelos said, "My experience here will be unforgettable and indeed will make a true difference in my life." And according to Riley Lockhart, "When I applied to be a part of the Sanxin TCC English program, I never anticipated how amazing the experience to teach in the school and to live in Taiwan would be." The sister school relationship between TCC and Sanxin is the longest-lasting global education program here at the college.
The success of the program has led to an increasing number of Sanxin graduates who travel halfway around the world to attend TCC.
Coming up after the break, you'll hear the story of one of those students. Stay with us.
Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful I have a job, but I've been staring up at that ladder way too long now. So today, I'm going to take a step upwards. I heard about some short-term information technology programs at TCC's Workforce Development Center. It's there to help people get skilled and industry certified in exciting technology fields like graphics, web design, Microsoft Office, Adobe, and .NET. With really flexible schedules, it won't take a lot of time or money to climb my way up to a real career. Start climbing your ladder with an IT program at TCC's Workforce Development Center, available at multiple locations.
Welcome back. Our relationship with Sanshin High has provided great mutual, educational, and social benefits for both institutions. One being the enrollment of Sanshin students at Tallahassee Community College. TCC 22 reporter Marsha Buchanan met with one of these students to find out more about their experience at TCC.
No, it's normal for filters. In English, it will say Jen Hao Liu, but I prefer people to call me Go-Go. It's easier to say that.
It was the name he chose when he was learning how to speak English. It was through the TCC Summer English program where TCC students, alums, and professors would travel to Taiwan to teach English at the college's sister school, Sanshin, in Kaohsiung, Taiwan.
That program is amazing because in Taiwan, you can see some Americans, but usually you don't just go up to Americans and talk to them to practice. Just no. So it's really good to have like Native American speakers come to our school.
In 2006, one of those native speakers, Michael Pierce, who came with the Taiwan Summer English program, stood out among the rest with his special way of teaching.
He is fun and he likes to make us laugh with American English.
Pierce, who was an ESOL specialist, specialized in teaching English as a second language.
When I first met him as a student in Taiwan, he never spoke in class. He was extremely shy. He never once spoke in any of my classes for 4 weeks. I did not hear him speak until the day we left at the airport, and he came up to me and said, "Hi, do you remember me? I'm Go-Go." And that began then a dialogue that continued through email.
An email that would eventually create plans of bringing Go-Go into the United States to further his education.
He told me on the Yahoo Messenger, we were chatting, and then suddenly he told me like, I'm going to bring you to the United States. So I was like, for real? So my parents did not really care about it, but I was like, okay, maybe, I just don't know. Until he contacted the school, and it became bigger and bigger. It's like, the teacher is telling me that this is real.
It all became real when Taiwanese news stations came to the school to announce that Go-Go and a fellow classmate were being sponsored by their teacher, Michael Pierce, to come to Florida and attend Tallahassee Community College.
A gentleman by the name of Lauren Helm offered to pay for my education and my living expenses, and I made a promise back then that one day I would do the same for somebody else.
Since then, Go-Go has enrolled in the respiratory program at Tallahassee Community College and has plans on becoming a nurse.
Like I decided I want to go to nurse because my host mom is a nurse, which that give me some influence because like I love teaching, but I also want to help people.
Go-Go will be graduating from the respiratory program in May of next year and has become a true success story.
Not only is he a product and it's a working program, but he's a trophy. He's become a trophy, an award or reward of what has been able to be accomplished in this.
Don't be afraid. If I can do it, then you can do it.
We hope to continue our relationship with Sanshin High School for many years to come.
Earlier this year, TCC President Jim Murdaugh signed an enhanced articulation agreement with Florida A&M University, making the transition for students with their AA degrees to FAMU a seamless one. TCC 22 reporter Marsha Buchanan caught up with Natalie Davis, a TCC alumnus who benefited greatly from the program. Take a look.
The FAMU Articulation Agreement accomplishes the mission of both institutions, providing opportunities to all students dedicated to higher education. In addition to the agreement, TCC now has a new resource room in the student union, the Rattler Room, operated by FAMU staff.
Yeah, I just saw that on the news. In addition to that agreement, we have a scholarship that we offer those students as long as they have at least a 2.5 GPA. And it increases as their GPA increases.
TCC graduate Natalie Davis took advantage of the agreement when she attended and says the scholarship they awarded her was very beneficial in her transfer to FAMU.
I was able to receive a scholarship, a transfer scholarship, based on my GPA, which also helped me to pay for my college tuition.
Natalie is on track to graduate spring of next year with her bachelor's degree in nursing and says she couldn't have done it without the help of faculty and staff at TCC.
Having all of those tools and resources there available for me, including the advisor, the tutors, and the learning commons, it made my life and my educational goal at TCC awesome. And without that help, I don't think I would have been able to make it. And I am so glad that both TCC and FAMU started this program.
In addition to cementing the enhanced articulation agreement with FAMU, TCC recently hosted its first TCC to FSU academic advising session for its students. Many TCC students participated in the advising session. The director of FSU's academic mapping system says their goal was to share the university's 4-year plan of study for all academic majors offered at Florida State. Advisors say it's a wonderful guide for entering freshmen and transfer students to refer to as they develop their academic plans.
The turnout was wonderful. Predominantly, it was making sure that they're on track to transfer over. Perhaps maybe they should postpone their graduation one semester to pick up that last prereq, things of that sort.
When properly informed, FSU advisors say students will be more prepared to make smarter, effective choices when picking courses. For students who didn't get to attend this event, don't worry. Organizers say you can look forward to many more TCC to FSU admissions advising sessions, right here on TCC's campus.
TCC is offering courses this fall in its new Health Information and Informatics Management program. The program features 2 new credentials from the college, an AS degree in Health Information Technology and a certificate in Medical Coding and Billing in a field that is rapidly growing.
This is a fairly new field, and it is very exciting because it really marries technology with health.
With more and more hospitals transitioning to electronic records, the demand for qualified healthcare information specialists has grown significantly, and the starting salary is more than competitive.
According to the government statistics, it is a career that's going to grow 20% each year until at least 2018. And the average salaries are excellent, very excellent.
So it's really a growing field, and you can have anywhere from a certificate where you might do some lower level simply coding to an AS degree. And with that associate's degree, students may be managers in hospitals of managing this information and get jobs at $50,000 and plus in the next few years.
It's really worth the investment in time and money. This is a career that's not going away soon, and it will be in demand for quite some time.
TCC is accepting applications for the fall semester. For those interested in learning more about TCC's new degree and the Health Information Management Program, contact Donna Francis Clark. Up next, we'll check in with TCC Athletic Director Rob Cheney to find out more about the new look for Eagle baseball and former TCC Eagle Bernard James' big night at the NBA draft. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you have the right technology skills for in-demand jobs? Are you looking for an easy and affordable way to learn new technology?
I barely have the time, let alone the money.
TCC's Tech at Night program could be just what you need to increase your value in the workplace. TCC's designed a variety of 3-hour workshops in multiple locations to fit your schedule and your budget.
I took a short course and landed a great job.
Get started, get creative, get connected. Learn the skills you need at just $25 per workshop with TCC's Tech at Night.
Welcome back. A new academic year means it's time for the TCC Eagles to begin preparations for the 2012-2013 season. For the TCC baseball team, it also means a new facility of sorts. Behind me A rebuilt infield and approximately 13,000 square feet of newly installed artificial turf highlight the first major renovation project to Eagle Field since it opened in 1991. That's what's happening on the field. Off the field, head coach Mike McLeod is welcoming a lot of new faces to Tallahassee. I sat down with him recently to talk about his 2012 recruiting class, as well as what fans can expect from the Eagles in the upcoming 2013 season.
When you're in a junior college situation or a two-year situation, the group coming back is very important, and we're very excited about our recruiting class, but we're also very excited about the nucleus of the guys we got coming back.
You can see more of my interview with Coach McLeod on TCC Eagles HD at youtube.com/TCC Eagles. TCC Athletics had even more great news when former student athlete Bernard James was selected in the 2012 NBA Draft. The Dallas Mavericks signed James to a guaranteed contract, meaning the former Eagle and Air Force Staff Sergeant will be coming to an NBA arena near you beginning this fall. For future updates on Bernard's NBA career, as well as the latest news on TCC Athletics, log on to tcceagles.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter at TCC Eagles. That's it for sports.
Thanks, Rob. Tallahassee Community College is now offering a new program to help veterans get back in school. It's the Veterans Retraining Assistance Program, or VRAP for short. We caught up with one of the first veterans to get accepted into this program. Take a look.
Tom Green, a veteran of the United States Air Force, is a part of the first wave of veterans to apply for the VA Retraining Program, a program that extends education benefits to unemployed veterans ages 35 to 60.
It was so new that no one really knew about it, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, well, I'll give it a try.
The VRAP program became effective July 1st of this year as a result of Congress and President Barack Obama passing Hire the Hero Act of 2011. The program's goal is to help veterans that don't have education benefits under other chapters of the GI Bill.
It assists them with going to school for the next 12 months to get retrained in some areas, what Department of Labor consider high demand jobs, to retrain them in those areas to hire them.
Veterans can use the benefits to earn a degree or certificate in high-demand occupations like accounting, technology, skilled trades, and more.
You can't just go for anything. There's a list of jobs that you have to apply for and go to school for, and nursing was on there, so I picked nursing.
They have to go to school full-time for the 12 months to retrain in a field that could get them employed at the end of that 12 months.
Green already has his classes paid for and is on track to start school in the fall.
Not only will it help me get through school, but it also kind of makes me feel appreciated as a veteran.
Well, our time is almost up, but one of the things we want to share is TCC's ability to make learning fun.
The summer energy and skateboard camps are just a few of the camps provided by TCC for area middle and high school students, exposing them to STEM areas in a fun way. Check it out.
Well, that was one of the many different sounds of learning at TCC Youth Energy Camp. It's a camp designed for students, exposing them to STEM areas of science, technology, engineering, and math.
Hopefully we'll motivate them to want to pursue it through high school. You know, if we can get them when they're in 7th grade, and then they can think about it as they go through 8th, 9th, because you have to decide in high school now what career track you want to follow.
Students spent a full week on TCC's campus at the Center for Workforce Development creating projects that range from pizza cookers, phone chargers, and more, all related to energy and fuel cells. Bing Energy, a company that specializes in manufacturing fuel cells and components, say it's important for students to be exposed to STEM-related areas early.
In school, you only learn so much in the science field, and by attending these camps, they can learn about other applications and other things you can do in the science world, especially for clean energy.
It's very good for students to be exposed to a variety of different fields at an early age, and so they have more options and they can explore whichever field they decide to go into.
Jessica Britton of Norfolk Christian School says she wants to pursue science in college and that this camp was exactly what she needed.
I feel like what I learned here I can definitely take to my next year in high school and just like further in my life, because I know that this kind of stuff is what prepares you for later on in life. We go into science fields. Like I want to go to the science field or maybe into into psychology when I get to college, but this is definitely a very good experience for me.
I like that we do hands-on activities. I found that very interesting. That sparks my interest.
You're not actually staying in the classroom. You can go outside, and then you have field trips to like hydroelectricity plants and different things you can do.
I feel like I could take this and apply it to school because it's very interesting and I know I will not forget it.
As for Evan, who didn't really think much of the camp in the beginning, well, his view has changed.
At first, I was like, this is TCC, nothing's gonna happen, the camp was gonna be boring. But as soon as I got here, everything changed. Nice teachers and great program. It was a great program. And the camp actually provides you with a lot.
TCC has the best camps I've ever gone to before, ever.
For TCC Channel 22, I'm Marcia Buchanan.
The skateboard camp is an introductory to engineering type camp. So we try to get students interested in those STEM careers that are a major focus right now. We try to introduce them to not only the process of engineering, but specifically materials engineering.
It is specifically a STEM-related camp so that the students get educated on composite material manufacturing. At the end of the camp, though, they walk away with a skateboard that they have made themselves. But what we try to do is sneak in the technology portion of it, of the manufacturing, the uses of composite materials, what industries you'll find composite materials in, the careers that composite materials will be used in.
Honestly, at first, I just thought it was a cool little skateboard camp, but I got here and it seems pretty fun. I've always been a big fan of engineering and building things and circuitry and all that good, fun stuff.
Throughout the course of the week, they go through all the steps from start to finish, from the raw materials laying up on the mold, to infusing the resin, letting it cure, taking it over to the High Performance Materials Institute, and cutting out the board profile on the water jet. And then Friday, they assemble the skateboards, get to go to the skate park, and then ride the skateboards they just made.
If you're out there watching this, do the camp. Do it.
Thank you for watching the TCC Report. We hope you enjoyed this edition. Next month, we'll take you inside TCC's first ever vendor fair with vendors from across the Big Bend. We'll also have words from President Jim Murdaugh on TCC being named one of the nation's best colleges to work for.
And remember, look for more great TCC programming on Comcast Cable Channel 22 from 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. each day. You can also view our programs anytime on our YouTube channel.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. We want to hear from you.